here's my little review on the SeamiArt watercolor set. And here are the swatches for the 24 set. So here are the first few. The reds, a little bit, the greens. Continues onto here. And last few. So while swatching and also painting with them, personally I think they are pretty good. Show a little square of art that I did using this palette. I didn't use all the colors, of course, but I just picked this off from the floor. And this is from Priority Egg Project or something like that. It's a redraw of a screen capture. And other than the paper that I use, which is cheap in itself, so I can't really blame the paint for that, but they're pretty pigmented. They re-wet pretty easily, and they're vibrant. Most of these swatches that I did, I only need to take like a few swirls, 1 or 2 swirls, and then apply it on. Add some water to blend it out. Easily blended. The other 2 palettes I tried out from the same brand. The Sami Ocean Forest watercolor set and the Skin watercolor set. And with these 2 watercolor sets, same consistency of the watercolor paints, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a professional artist, and I don't even know how like expensive watercolors feel. So here are the 2 pieces I did for this palette. Using this palette only, I got these 2. This is my favorite. I messed up on this one, so, but the skin looks good, so I guess that's okay. But I think they blended nicely. They have good pigments. They're not chalky after, and yeah, that's my opinion on these. The watercolor set comes with some weird colors in my, I need to stop saying in my opinion, but I think some of the colors are very similar to each other. Don't even look at these colors in the back. They don't match that. So here's a little swatch sheet correlating with the colors. As you can see, these 3 colors, especially these 2, yellow ochre and raw ochre, I mean, they have similar names too, so they're very similar. The only difference is that this one's a little more darker, barely though, and these 2 are the same, so these 3 are similar. This one's a little more orange. Do you need all 3 of these? Absolutely not. These 2 are the same, about the same. This is slightly a little more red and darker, so if you, I would say you could get these palettes, these color palettes, if you know how to mix color. If you do not, I don't recommend it at all, because there isn't much of a variety. You know, it's a skin tone, but this flesh pink and gold, maybe you could use pink as a skin tone, but like this gold color, that's not a skin tone, that's something you mix into to make another skin tone. And that's it for that. Other than that, the consistency to me is very nice for the price. I think it's cheap. If it's not, then I think it's still good, I guess. I don't know, unless it's like $50. $50 bucks. So let's move on to the next color palette. So this is the next color palette. It's the Ocean and Forest watercolor set. I also used this. I did use for the test drawing painting. I did use the skin set for the skin part, obviously, because these are all blues and greens. And one thing I will note for this palette, these are pretty loose. They will move around when you try to mix them, so if that bothers you, don't get this. But then again, the skin palette was pretty stiff and fine, but it's probably just like a cheap manufacturing kind of thing. This is the swatch sheath that they provided, actually, and the colors are pretty okay. This is like a ocean and forest, so I guess you could paint some oceans and forests in this. Again, these 3 colors, very similar. I don't think they're that necessary together. These greens, similar. I mean, this is called light viridian and this is viridian. These greens, they're kind of just like a light, medium, dark. So I think they could have just given you the tree green and a black or a dark green blue, and you could just mix that. Other than those few colors, I think the colors are quite pretty, and yeah, that's my opinion on the colors they picked. And for the little mini piece that I did, I drew Kaya from Genshin Impact. Obviously, if you know him, he's very blue. His hair is blue, blue. He's a little naked right now, but usually he's wearing a lot of blue. And same thing, consistency feels nice, blends well. You need to remember that paper comes in play a lot with blending. And I use cheap paper, so there are some little like bits where I messed up, but it's not the paint, it's the paper. But that is the Ocean and Forest watercolor set. So overall, I think they're pretty okay. I definitely recommend. I don't remember if they have like a 12 set of just like the primary colors, but I would definitely recommend this over these two. Even if you buy them together, I recommend this over these two, because this set has all the primaries, or at least a good number of shades of the primaries. So this is yellow. Kind of, the reds are like okay, but I mean, you could learn either way. Yellows, reds, and blues, those are the primaries, and the rest of the colors are kind of, I would recommend, once you learn how to mix, you could use the other colors if you're lazy. And that really speaks to me because I'm pretty lazy sometimes. I already learned how to mix colors from red, blue, and yellow, so I'm very comfortable with using other colors because, I mean, I already know that, it's already in my head, so I kind of don't have to reinforce that. Anyways, enough bragging, right? Those are the SeamiArt things, and I rate them out of 10. This one, 8 out of 10. Again, I guess this is like a disclaimer or something. I am not professional at all. I'm an average artist, barely any followers, and this is my opinion. I'm not a professional. I don't teach or anything. I just like watercolors too. For beginners, don't recommend at all. For people who know how to mix colors already, you can get them if you'd like. For the skin colors, they're okay. I feel like they wouldn't be able to get darker skin tones as well as they could get lighter skin tones. So maybe like a 7.5 out of 10 for this one. And for the, I don't know why I switched them around. For the ocean and forest watercolor set, I think it's probably good for like actually painting ocean and forests. For painting characters and whatnot, unless your character has blue hair, blue skin and whatnot, then maybe not. The colors are beautiful in this, but if you just want blues and more greens, then sure, get this. But other than that, it's pretty useless. So consistency and all that is the same as the big one, so 9 out of 10 for consistency and feeling and application. For usage, for me personally, I probably won't be using this a lot. So this one is like it depends on what you draw, what you paint. This is $14.52, this one. So big boy is $14.52, not even close to Tony, well, kind of close, but $14.52, $15. Shipping might be different. And then these two were $9.59. So $10 for these, $15 for this. So if you were to buy one of any of these, I would recommend this one. $5 more, and more colors. The primaries are in here, and yeah, overall I recommend this one. Big boy over the other two. And that's gonna be it for me today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, that's great. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked the video, you could dislike it. If you want to see more about me, you could subscribe. I do have a gaming channel if you're interested. There's not a lot of games over there. It is too many okamis. I'll link in this description. And peace.